Good to see you again, comrade. Yes, we called it... We're not sure, but it seems to have something to do... I will open the portal. Takes just a moment. Here we go. Dosha was no scholar. She did nothing idly. A treasure of some kind. A potent weapon, or an epic spell. Dosha respected only one. Dosha knew of this place, and so others do as well. If we don't retrieve whatever it is, others will come. And it must have something to do with that Mortum Vivicus. If Molag Bal planned... The last days of the Dwemer were endless war. Their mages raced to perfect ever more esoteric spells. Ever more powerful weapons. Perhaps the origins of the Vivicus stem from that... A holdfast of the Dwemer, the dwarves. We're somewhere in Hammerfell, I think, near the South Dragontail Mountains. Or so do... If I did, I'd be the wisest woman in Tamriel, comrade. No, no one knows what made the dwarves disappear. Or at least... Why does the river take us anywhere? The Dwemer built complexes all throughout northern Tamriel. My guess is that we're at this ruin for a treasure of some kind. Dosha kidnapped our comrade, Merrick. She intended to harvest his soul for Molag Bal, in service to a plan involving this Mortum Vivicus. And then, of course, you came to his... many things. The journal spoke of... What in Nern?
The undead are close behind us. We must hide the remains of the weapon. Now! The automatons are still active. We'll die down here. We will see this done, or Molag Bal's hunters will chew on our bones.
Kurano is right. With any...
I still think this plan is madness.
Those were ancient ones. Aliens.
Damn it. Kurano is dead. The weapon will be lost forever.
No, there's still hope. Osterand will have to do it.
Oblivion, take you. I can't.
We can still succeed. But you'll have to enact the sacrifice, my friend.
Without a soul in the crystal, there will be no way to repair the weapon. It must be done, Osterand.
A sacrifice? What did they come here to do? Amazing. Just think what this place must have looked like in the time of the Dwemer. This may be crucial.
My love, Asteroid, if you're going to do it, you have to do it now.
Don't die on me, Valasha. I can't do this.
You must, my love.
Do it!
Goodbye, my love. My Valasha.
Valasha's journal remains. Perhaps it will shed... Another journal. The water begins to clear. 2 cities, 1 warship's Meridia. The other, Molag Bal. Abagarlis, the city of the dead, creates a relic to strike at the Meridians. Deladil, city of light, creates their own. Just so. These ancient ones steal into the heart of the enemy with this crystal weapon. They stop the ritual, and their king ends the dark rule of Abagarlis. But you have the right of it. They sought to hide their prize, but the priestess of Meridia first gave her life. She relit the crystal heart so that the weapon could one day be forged anew. Yes, comrade. The journals also speak of a tome, instructions for creating the weapon. The crystal heart of the weapon...
I can't hold them. You have to go.
I'm not leaving you.
We died when we agreed to this quest. We just kept walking a while. Hide the crystal. Hide the tome. Go!
Such bravery. Face of certain death.
The dead Centurion. A fitting resting place for my Balasha. Now just have to hide the tome. What? No!
Crystal is in that steam Centurion. We must destroy it. Well done. Now, to leave this place. We've succeeded where that withered root Dosha. Take the crystal and the tome. Give them to Merrick, and he can begin learning what... I have something I must attend to, comrade. The knowledge we have gained here has flooded my mind.
Wait for her to leave. I must speak with you.
I'll see you down there, comrade.
Speak with me. I have only a moment to talk. You're in danger. Danger I can't fully comprehend. Not even Someone close to you has plans. Plans for both of us. Plans to betray you.
Welcome back from the depths, comrade. Guildmaster sees all colors. Thank you. I'll begin my research straight away. You'll be the first we contact once I know the details. In the meantime, Sees All Colors sends her regrets she couldn't stay. She said she had an urgent matter.
Message for you, comrade. The guild... Comrade, I must speak. Sees All Colors requests you make your way to her as soon as possible. She said she hopes to make use of your prize. She and Aelif await you at the hall in Stormhold. Go well on your... Not much you don't already know. Every blade's been turned toward the Daedra. Heard a big crew took down an anchor somewhere in Cyrodiil last week. Messy business. Must I suffer so?
Shalador found you. Good to see you again. Excellent. It's been fascinating to work with Shalador. Even though he can't read the book, he's been an invaluable resource. Yes, speak with the Archmage. He's meditating on the challenges ahead. I'm still... Auriel, watch your steps. I'm very excited about this project. Shalador's sanctuary would be a boon. I'm so glad you asked. On the surface, it's a simple book of nursery stories from the Dunmerland of Stonefall. So much more. Each story has hidden meanings, clever references to arcane lore, twisting and turning into the depths of history. It was fast. Not much. We tried to scry into oblivion to get a sense of the place. I couldn't... I came of age where most high elves do, the beautiful green shores of the Somerset Isles. I often think of the pink petals and soft breezes of my homeland. I'm not... Of course, Adept. While investigating some ruins for me, you caught the notice of Archmage Shalador, ancient patron of mages everywhere. We're working with him to complete...
The brazier is ready. The Lost prepared it precisely. We're having trouble opening a portal directly there. So we created this anchor to help us.
Ah, right on time. Welcome back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. My lord seems to derive amusement from my annoyance. You are here... Just a moment, mortal. Lord Sheogorath asks that you perform a task first, to prove your competence. A fork and a staff. Please do try to be quick. My lord enjoys making me wait, but he's not very patient himself. I'd say, at your leisure, mortal. But I expect I have more time ahead of me than you do. My lord is certain he lost his utensil somewhere in Skyrim. It was during a visit to his friend Korthor in Vuldengrav. My lord visited with Korthor a very, very, very long time ago. Really? What do they teach mortals? It's an heirloom. My lord is quite fond of it. Has a bit of magic around it too, I think. The fork excites and synergizes magicka around it. When held in the hand of someone more notable than yourself, it can produce dramatic results.
A dragon priest's tomb. Look at the treasures he's collected. Perhaps the fork is here as well. And chest. Perhaps the fork is in there.
You dare steal from me! Crit, bottle, crit!
No time for talk.
My priest will make quick. Love, Yoshi.
Shadows move. Watch yourself. Together, we cannot be stopped.
Worthless. No matter. Come, face me, son.
We can get through.
There you are. The fork is mine. Deal. Destroy.
Well, let's not waste time, shall we? I see you have the fork. Now, for the staff. When last we spoke, my lord recalled the discomfort of desert sand. I believe it lies somewhere within Hammerfell. Prince Malil Alakir, the Sith of Yokuda, a formidable warrior in his day. That was over 1,000 years ago, but still.
As I expected, another resting place for the dead. This is the necropolis, Asakala, the resting place of Prince Malil, also known as the Scythe of Observe the Yokudan statues. Each bears a crystal in the helm and a seal at the base. The essences you see swirling. Here, I can grant an aura that will allow you to capture the essences as they pass through you. Collect as many of the small ones as you can. They should unlock these scarab seals on the statues nearby. This place is incredible. The ancient Red Guards were a noble and accomplished people. What can I tell you, Adept? What sort of archmage would I be if I didn't? I spent my mortal life seeking knowledge of all things, not just magic. Yokudan, or as you know them, Red Guard, culture is no exception. If Valast was here, I'm sure she could tell you the same. essences. Hew them into one of the scarab seals.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
4 more.
You'll never best my generals.
For such a superstitious, mage-hating people, this place... Have you observed the sand barriers on those passages in the canyon walls? I suspect the prince's generals may be waiting within. Very simple, Adept. The seals at the bases of those statues show a scorpion and a spider. Those were the spirit totems claimed by
You'll never reach Malil.
Seeing a statue should have...
Lucky peak, mortal. The staff is still mine.
My life for Malil.
The statue will be marked with... hum with power. Go to the center. You should find the key to Prince Malil's tomb there.
You dare open my tomb? Come then, and feel the scythe's blade! Insect! You will never hold the staff! Never! The staff is mine!
I'd guess Haskell will be waiting outside. Let's go.
Another successful? Very well, then. I've instructions. Ah, right on time. Welcome back.
Look, Haskell! Farkey's back! Oh, it's so wonderful! I'll just take... Forky. Oh, I've missed you so much, Ah, the Wabbajack! Malil held it down in that dusty tomb for so long. Say, why don't you clear its throat? Take it in hand and use it on some of these... no need to worry, you pretty mortal head. The Wabbajack, it unleashes the potential in everyone. The unrecognized essence of artistic beauty that swells and beats within the... rusty, but not bad. So funny watching you mortals muck around with things you can. And as promised, once it's yours, it'll send you straight back to Tamriel. Funny how books have a way of transport.
Ah, you've returned. Excellent. The Circus of Cheerful Slaughter? That's quite a title.
Oh there, Adept! Well met, Adept. We, sort of. Velost has translated Sheogorath's tome, but we're having some... Velost is working the problem out of the storm. The mad god is a deranged skeever. That's why...
How did Bakara even survive that trip? I hear there were worm cultists involved.
The way I hear it...
Come, do you... What? Haven't you... What? Haven't you ever seen... What? Haven't you ever seen a wood elf?
No chance to have a look. Ebonheart Pact.
Your light shines through.
Hello, hero. Good to see you gone out of there in one piece. I understand that Almalexia can be a little rough. The House Dresvarm outside the city is on high alert. I saw the guards get violent with people for just walking by. They're using a courier named Thoraville to deliver bribes. You know me so well, but we'll need to get the courier's key. He's been picking up wine here, then delivering bottles around town. He tends to keep a bottle or two as he goes along. We might be able to use that to our advantage. Poison. Don't give me that look. It's not lethal poison. It'll just put him in a nice deep sleep. Follow him, and when he takes a sip from his bottle and falls over, you can grab his key. You had to go and sweet-talk me, didn't you? Fine. Go downstairs and borrow a bottle of wine for me. Did you get it? All right, all right. Why are you always so close? Stand back and let me work. I'll lure him upstairs. You wait a moment, then follow us. Hey, handsome. Did you send this fine bottle of wine to little old me?
What? Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the other good-looking House Drez guy over there. Look, if you didn't send this to me, just say so. And I'll show my gratitude to somebody else.
Well, I'm the only House Drez courier who delivers wine in Mournhold, so that bottle must have come from my supply. And it certainly looks good next to you. You mentioned gratitude. How thankful exactly are you thinking?
Why don't you come upstairs and find out? Someone has to help me drink this wine. Kneel down, lover. Let's have some fun. Well, that was fun. Hey, didn't you see my signal? Look at the key.
Diamond, the heart and soul of men. I made it. Did you miss me? Find anything exciting before I got here? Well, well, well. See that? That's an impressive trapdoor for a simple farmhouse cellar. I love it when my hunches pan out. Isn't it obvious? Open the door. They must be hiding something good down there. Let's go see. I'm surprised House Drez managed to do anything with the Ordinators on high alert. Not much gets past them, even when they're not looking for trouble. Part of me hopes that all we find are a bunch of old crates that nobody cares about. but I've got one of those feelings. And I'm pretty sure it involved... This isn't good. I wish my partner Varon was here. He'd know what to do. Wait. No, I don't. This cave system, it links directly to the sewers beneath Mournhold. Well, to part of them. The sewers are more extensive than you'd think. That's why I couldn't find the Maulborn. They can move through these tunnels without being noticed. Let's just say I've spent more than my share of time sneaking around beneath cities. If you've seen one sewer, you've seen them all. Protections were placed down here to hide people. People with blood on their hands. People like me. If they found a way to activate the Daedric wards again, then the Maulborn have a virtual hidden highway to use against us. That's not relevant right now, hero. Stay focused. Find the Maulborn and... Let me guess. The door won't open? There's got to be something controlling it. Look around a bit, and watch out for those creatures. They're... ugly. I knew you could do it. Meet me inside. The wards. They're active. That's impossible. No one outside my... No, they can't be. Maybe a splinter group or something? I don't know what to think. Not all of us exactly see eye to eye on our current situation, but to join up with the Maulborn? That's just idiotic. It used to be, but we haven't used these halls in a long, long time. That's just it. There shouldn't be anything down here. Not anymore. Sure, in the past, when the wards were active, we used this place to come and go as we pleased. There wasn't a better hiding place for a group of dedicated assassins for hire.
I suppose anyone with knowledge of the Daedric arts might be able to activate them. I'm not an expert on magic, you know. I need to warn somebody. Veron needs to know about this. Do what you do best. Rush in, swinging weapons and tossing magic around like there's no tomorrow. If you find whoever activated the wards, get them to tell you what's going on down here. I know you will. That's why I ran into you on your way to the temple. I'll drop the Ordinators an anonymous tip. Maybe even get word to your beloved goddess. Hopefully someone will show up to give you a hand. Just don't die on me, hero. Got that? The wards use Daedric magic to protect these tunnels from scrying magic. Even works against the tribunal, from what I've been told. Anyone down here is practically invisible to the city above.
Stay back! Attacking the city! Stay back!
What fool dares enter the lair of the mob?
Fine!
We know that is will seize us and you display your head on the
shall not be harmed. The scent of Daedric magic permeates the air. Those who practice forbidden magic shall pay dearly for their crime. It seems I am in your debt again, champion. Your friend. She thinks to hide from me. But I heard her words of warning. She cares for you. But Verona is wounded. I shall take her to the Mages Guild where she can receive care. Find her there.
You know, I shouldn't have stood up, resting my twisted ankle. I was sent to Mournhold to get help for Master Rastan, but an Aelit chased me into the swamp. Master Rastan went to talk to the leaders of the Mabragash tribe, and never came back. Tevini can tell you more.
Hey, over here. Hey there, good looking. If you're eager for an adventure, I have just the thing. It involves a secret mission, an intoxicatingly... Ah, that part comes later. The darling Valencia has disappeared. So, that takes precedence. I was hired by Lady Arabelle to pick up some medallions from Valencia. People in my line of work tend to acquire various contacts. I put the word out and finally got one of mine to bite. I'm off to meet up with Taraz. Here's the location where my contact Tarazka wants to meet. I hired a wagon to take us there. Hope you don't mind being in close quarters for a bit, my good-looking. Valencia crafted them from a master medallion. Lady Arabelle says they're crucial to the success of our mission, but I stopped listening when I realized they weren't worth any gold. They're invitations of some sort, but she didn't... Not really. My first job for Lady Arabelle was to track down the master medallion, the template used to make the others. I don't know the finer details, or care to. I was supposed to get the medallions from Valencia, but they were... I asked the same thing. Lady Arabelle said, and I quote, "Don't be foolish, dear." She really knows how to wound with her words. It has something... Valesia's a gorgeous young wizard making a name for herself in the Mages Guild. I've only met her twice, but she's wild for me. She probably stays up every night dreaming of this hand. Exactly. First at one of those stuffy Society of the Steadfast events that Lady Arabelle forced me to attend. And then I saw her again after I recovered the Master Medallion and some philanthropic organization that Lady Arabelle works for.
I know you. You were in the sewers, right? I came to Mournhold a few weeks ago, to visit some friends. I guess word got out that a Telvanni was in the city, because I suddenly found myself tied up in the sewers. Are you really so naive? House Telvanni rejected membership in the Ebonheart Pact. We remain isolated. Members of House Telvanni are known for their knowledge of all types of magic. I guess they assumed I could make the old wards active again. I did what they wanted. I don't care what you believe, but I never heard of the Maulborn before I came to this vile city. And I certainly had no intention of betraying the Tribunal before they threatened me. I only know what I heard. I think they were planning an attack of some sort. They sent off a lot.
Just in time. Indeed. The Sacred Lady wants you to know that she wasn't able to eliminate all of the pests you found in the sewers. So Amalexia believes. I was told to convey upon you the gratitude of the Tribunal, and to inform you that the Sacred Lady still has need of your services. And one more thing. The Sacred Lady wishes to speak with you. Personally. She awaits your presence. Please, head to the temple at once.
The Sacred Lady doesn't share all her secrets with those who serve her, but as far as I know, no attack has yet occurred within the convent. We've been ordered not to discuss the entirety of the situation in public.
Finish this.
Some of my own children have betrayed me. I am rarely an angry god. Rage consumes me. The Moorborn invade my home, they attack my children, they attack me. You shall hear, though you shall never speak of it. This enemy uses guile and subterfuge. I need time to understand the threat they pose. My divine defenses have been breached. Appearances are everything. They feed opinion and belief, and such matters are important to me. But enough questions. Save the temple, and the Moorborn penetrated the temple and opened a portal into oblivion. Even now, Daedra, banish the Daedra that defile our temple. Defeat them, and then make your way to my altar. While you slay their minions, I... I sense the temple is free of the Daedric incursion. We are well pleased. Magistrix Vox used Daedric magic to split the seams of the wards around the High Chapel. Then she opened an Oblivion Gate. Vox seeks to desecrate the temple, steal our holy artifacts, and then loose Daedra upon Mournhold. You need to get into the High Chapel. Vox managed to bypass the defenses, but its wards are still in place, drawing on the full power of the Tribunal. Without the blessing of each of the three, no mortal may pass through the wards and enter the High Chapel. You have more than proven yourself to me. You have my blessing. You would compound the sacrilege that has already been wrought upon our temple? No, that is unacceptable. If you will aid us, you will do it with our blessing. Go to the cloisters of Vivec and Sothasil. My companion gods are absent, but they left trials I can activate to grant their blessings. Sothasil values intelligence and ingenuity. He builds, he maintains. Sothasil has devised a test that allows him to learn more about you each time you complete it. You are to repair one of his clockwork. All gears turn like the hurling disc. All artifice is ephemeral.
Your reason surpassed the Arbiter's trap. In doing so, you've revealed yourself to us. You do not fully comprehend. We are the imperfection of Sothasil, excised from his being, yet never truly apart. We measure the indulgence of inspiration against the necessities of progression. You will never know. Perfection can never truly be attained. By testing one's constantly degrading mechanism against this, for comprehending the necessity of imperfection, you have earned the blessing of Sothasil.
Vivek's trial will measure your clarity of judgment. He saw our blessed people through vexing times. His wisdom reveals... Vivek's teachings often take the form of allegories and tales. His lessons are learned by listening. A temple worker named Varman dueled Belronan Telvanni, slaying him before witnesses. But Varman was a loyal spy. To incite such discord was against his nature. As Vivek did, speak with Varman.
My lord Vivek, I bear the most grievous news. Belronan Telvanni challenged me to a duel of blood. I regret to say, I won. I was advising Tolnus and Galtza when the others arrived. Belronan full of anger, Fenila a sneer on her lips, and Morami resigned to what came next. Belronan claimed I'd interfered in his affairs. He insisted I knew what he meant. Of course not. I told him so, but he claimed it a lie and challenged me to a first blood duel. Then everything turned to death. My blade ended his life and directly caused his turmoil. I willingly submit to your judgment, Lord Vivek. Your word is unquestioned. I am here to command. Though my blow caused Belronan's death, it was set in motion by another hand.
Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that Temple Netch sent his way, but assured me its contents were vile. One sworn to the temple, quibbling over coin. You should kill him yourself, my lord.
A tragedy, Lord Vivek. Belronan's death in the temple brings great shame to his house. I had thought reasoned words could dissuade him from the duel. Such temper is common to House Telvanni, but it's not my place to question.
Fenila lent Belronan her blade before the duel. I insisted Varman and Belronan swap weapons. You'd think she was Ash Mountain the way she fumed.
Lord Vivek, I was here when Belronan issued his challenge. He would still live if not for Fenila. She stoked the Telvanni's rage, urging him not to back away from an insult to his honor. She called herself...
Fenila's words are incorrect, Lord Vivek. Though your word is unquestioned, I am here to...
Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that Temple... Morami sold me poison yesterday. I'd planned to hunt cliff racers next week, but decided this was a better way to get rid of vermin, so I poisoned the blade. Belronan should never have traded weapons. Worse, he should never have... My lord, the life of one such as Varman bears no comparison to Belronan Telvanni. Yes, I sought to root corruption from the temple by poisoning that pile of scrib jelly. I'd do it...
You walked in our skin and wrought our judgment. We are echoes of Vivek. Nothing more. Both. Neither. We rewarded Fenila for her cunning, yet House Redoran suffered for poisoning a Telvanni in another's duel. We flayed Morami for her actions, yet elevated House Hlalu for its actions Through your wisdom and judgment, you have earned Vivek's favor. Receive our blessing.
You're too late. Vox has the artifact. The judgment of Beloth is hers. You know nothing of the trade. Our CV can't save you now. She will destroy you all!
I felt a burst of power from the temple and ventured within, fearing the worst. But you've prevailed. I will discover what powers the judgment of Veloth possesses and why Vox has stolen it. In the meantime, you must pursue Magistrix Vox. For your heroism and service this day, I name you a Hand of Amalexia. As Vox fled Mournhold, she went east. With the recent troubles, the Ordinators are on high alert. One of them saw her headed that way. To the east of Mournhold lies Selphora, a quiet village known for its independent spirit.
Still won't see us, and our guan stakes are beginning to...
Daraska, you're looking well, yo cat. To say that you can. Do you have to change a bit? Friend, go ahead.
Jakarm was wise to bring another. He will surely use you as an excuse to weasel out of the gold he owes this one. Taraska is glad to have someone to speak with other than that smooth skin. This one has information for you about... Taraska's associates learned of a group transporting a High Elf prisoner. While following them, this one realized the group was the Ascendant... Oh, you have not heard of them. They are a group that opposes the Three Banners War. Their methods of protest are usually... Inside there... Taraska followed long enough to watch them disappear through an opening, Tarazka left a lantern at the entrance where this one saw the Ascendant Order take Jakarn's friend. You cannot miss it. Be sure not to let the less Tarazka talks about that, the better. This one has known Jakarn a long time and has suffered his flippant attitude from the beginning. He is a thief with a silver tongue. Tarazka is no hero. Jakarn asked.
Thanks for talking to Tarazka. He's as cranky as ever. Anyway, the prisoner he mentioned must be the lovely Valencia. We need to rescue her. I should have expected that. I ran into them during my first job for Lady Arabelle. They got their hands on the Master Medallion before I stole it back. Theories aren't part of my repertoire, but I can smell trouble when it's brewing. The Ascendant Order is planning something big, and I don't like it. Come on, let's find Valencia. More... Stinks it. The Ascendant Order must have a hideout in here somewhere. Tarazka said he left a lantern at the entrance, right? Could be anything, really. Just keep your eyes open, and deal with anything that wants to stab, burn, or eat. Alessia's robes. She always did look great in that color. Come on, we must be close. Like there was a scuffle here. Smaller footprints could be Valesia's. Ascendant champ. Lost his lantern. I think we found our entrance. Celestia must be inside here. Let's go. Celestia! Your dashing hero is here to rescue you. Celestia, this way!
I didn't think anyone would find me in here. Least of all Deshaan, but I am thankful to you both. The invitation medallions. I just finished the invitation medallions for Lady Arabelle when the Ascendant Order burst into my workshop. They kidnapped me, took the medallions, tied me up, and left me here. They never... I don't know for sure, but the group split up when we arrived. A few dragged me in here while the others went off deeper into the cave. They must have taken the medallions that way. Give me a moment, and I'll help you look for the medallions. It's extremely important that we get them back. Those Ascendant Order thugs... I'm not really supposed to say. I'd rather let Lady Arabelle give you the details. What I can No. They barely acknowledged my presence, despite the fact that they kidnapped me, and believe me, I was persistent. I don't know how they found out about the medallions in the first place, but their Ascendant champion seemed very well informed. Just that she was clearly in charge of this operation. All of the so-called knights that manhandled me acquiesced to her every... We met a couple of times. He wouldn't have been memorable at all if he had not been so determined to get my attention. His advances were harmless, of course, but quite persistent. Does he now? I'm not surprised. Deshaan is the kind of person who thinks everyone is...
Let Celestia know.
Ugh, I can't wait to get out of this place. The Ascendant Order has a... Let me see. Oh, there's that Ascendant champion again. Lady Arabelle will want to hear about this. But I know this place. It's in Vardenfell, but they neglected to say exactly where inside the grotto they took the medallions. It's not just a shell. I enchanted it with the same magic I used on the medallions. If you focus on the shell, the medallions will glow for a short...
Mind your step. Don't get caught in the muck. I almost lost. Welcome to the arse end of nowhere. This is the place Valencia described to me. Good. That will help us find the medallions once we get inside. Valencia said if you concentrate on it, no way to tell. But if we meet the Ascendant Champion, I owe her for tying up the beautiful Valencia. There's no call for that sort of rough stuff unless all parties agree. Hopefully, Valencia. Shell again. Shell again. Keep your eyes peeled for anything glowing. See something over there. Here. Use the shell and... Ah, there's this. Ah, there's the sneaky bastard.
Throughout the grotto as you requested. You want to take them with you?
Are you questioning my orders, Worm? Leave the medallions exactly as I instructed. Now I must take my leave. I have other matters to
Let
attend
us
to.
deal with these intruders swiftly.
That's all 5 medallions. Come on. I think I saw a way out of here. We recovered all 5 medallions. And we got to witness a surprise appearance by the mysterious Ascendant Champion we've been hearing so much about. Now we get these medallions to Lady Arabelle. Can't wait to introduce you. She's quite remarkable. A former Lion Guard officer, spy. Oh, she doesn't like to brag. In fact, she'll adamantly deny it if you ask. But she writes those wonderful Investigator Vale novels. At least that's the word on the street. I'll mark the location of her camp on your map. It's safer if we split up, so I'll meet you there. You hang on to the medallions for now. See you at Lady Arabelle's camp. There they are now. Over here, good looking.
So you're the darling Deshaan was just telling me about.
Medallions.
So you're the darling Deshaan was just telling me about. The one who helped him complete the mission I specifically told him not. So Deshaan mentioned, well done. I'm not sure how the Ascendant Order ascertained our plans, but at least you recovered the invitation. I suppose you've earned that information. The Society of the Steadfast has decided to sponsor peace talks to end the Three Banners War. That, my dear, is precisely what I plan to figure out. These talks are too important to allow anything to interfere with them. We must determine... Aren't they beautiful? One for each delegation invited to the peace talks. And now that we've recovered the medallions, it's time to deliver them to the various delegations. If you're quite ready, my dears, I believe it's time to finish this business. Now that we've I need someone trustworthy to deliver the invitation medallions. Deshaan and I will deliver The guilds are respected and influential in their own right. They deserve to be part of these negotiations. Please be careful with those medallions, dear. It took a great deal of resources to craft them. Oh, did he now? And what other secrets has he... Never believe it. Why don't we set...
Greetings.
I was off adventuring.
Dennis believes that his...
The right tool. Can you believe it?
I really can't talk right now.
Dennis believes.
Hurry to the cloudy drake.
I erect.
Miss Ebonheart. Master Rostin Vendiel is missing. He went into the Mabragosh camp to make a trade deal. Ashlanders, but even more isolated than most, worship some snake spirit. Rostin wants to... I heard that the Farseer calls the shots, but Rostin dismissed the notion. He wants an exclusive deal for the beautiful leathers the Mabragosh make, and he may... Who knows how these places get their names? Ithrini said she heard that the ghost... Thank you for agreeing to look for Master Rostin. I think the Farseer runs the tribe, but Rostin dismissed that idea. He doesn't believe a woman could have that kind of power. I hope he didn't insult her. Who knows how...
The last fool that visited us managed to offend almost everyone in the village. Please don't say you're here to finish the job. Outsiders have no place here. The Househlalu Highlands should pack up and go. That thought also occurred to me. You think strategically, and I can appreciate that. The trader insulted the Farseer, and her anger may bring more on... If you must. We don't make up stories just to frighten outsiders. This vale is an ancient place, protected by an ancient head. That ignorant outsider. Let's just say that he mocked us and made the Farseer very angry. He will serve the ghost snake. The Farseer...
If you so much as breathe on me, I will feed you to the snakes. I have had my fill of Outlander. The merchant isn't your concern. His fate is in the hands of the Farseer and the ghost snake. Still, the signs and portents are all around us, influencing events. Can you not see them? Your presence has aroused the serpent bound.
What madness is this, restless spirits? Why have you left the sanctity of the coiled path? Be calm, spirits. Trust in the wisdom of the ghost snake.
This is an outrage!
want to speak to the man in charge of this tribe, you crazy woman.
Another outsider. But this one. I have seen this one in my visions. We must speak. I'm not sure if I should welcome you or curse you. This fool has pestered our hunters, importuned our wise women, and insulted me by demanding to speak to the man in charge of our tribe. I brook no challenges to my authority, or disruption. I was going to take him to the Ghost Snake, but all that changed when you arrived. I have seen a vision of you upon the coil. There is something unusual about you. I sense it, and certainly the Ghost Snake knows of you. Talk to this man.
I'm a master trader from House Lalu. I'm welcome everywhere, but these people want to sacrifice me to some snake. How should I know? I'm an honest merchant. I just wanted to set up a little trade agreement with the tribe. They make some gold, we make some gold, everybody wins. Next thing I know, they tie me up and act like... I was soaking up the local flavor, if you know what I mean. These Mabrigash ladies are lovely, but my flirting made that witch Badani mad. Besides, well, I did ask the Farseer to summon her boss and get me a glass of Shane, but I asked nicely and everything. Don't let them feed me to the snake. I didn't do anything. I hope she listens to reason. She acts like she's in charge, but she wouldn't even listen to my proposal. Trade proposal, mind you, not a marriage proposal.
Back in... Of course, of course. I see shifting shadows and change in our future. And what do you think of that? Yet he managed to offend and insult nearly everyone. My visions tell me that you will decide this man's fate, as well as the fate. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mabrigash alike. But you must speak to the Ghost Snake. The coiled path begins just outside the village, but no... The Ghost Snake has a taste for bog rats. They make a proper offering. But only if you bring exactly 8 of the plump creatures to the fangs. Do not question the will of the Ghost Snake. Besides, that's exactly the number of rats that fit in the bag I gave you. More than that, I cannot say. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the...
There's an injured woman on the road to Selphora.
Was sent by those who on every path leads in two directions into light slept. The warm blood is. The Mabragash must make their own choices. Connect with the world outside or remain isolated. It is never. Some can stay isolated in the Vale, or some may choose the outside world. I am the Ghost Snake. I am both constant and ever-changing.
You walked the coiled path and survived? Ghost Snake is wise, but inscrutable. I had hoped he would demand that we bring the merchant to him. It's no... I crafted a snake totem representing the entwined fates of the Mabragash. A decision must be made. Now you must choose. If the Mabragosh are to remain isolated, place the totem in the fire. If we are to change our ways and trade with the Hlalu, give the totem to the merchant. I know only that it will change us. Whether for good or ill, only time will. He will remain in the Vale, serving the ghosts.
I'm a respected House Hlalu.
A decision must be. Now you must choose. He will remain in the Vale, serving the. I know only that it will change us. He will remain in the Vale, serving. Seek guidance where you would. Speak to my people.
I'm a respected House Hlalu, so they treat me like some sort. Of course I benefit.
Our fate. By your next action, our fate will be sealed. If the Mabragon... My vision was clear. Your actions will affect our future. Tevini spoke with Iru Ahan and made that same suggestion. A sly ploy. Clever. I admire that. I would be willing to deal with a smart woman who... Roston will remain our guest while we finalize details with the female trader. We have ways to make sure he never speaks of us again. But have no fear. He will be released shortly. selling, trading.